Hey guys, opening strong on the video today. I'm hanging out in my backyard. It's a beautiful day. My neighbors are probably like, what is this guy yelling about? Let's talk. Alright, so I'm going to open up this video by asking myself 3 questions. I think at least one of them might resonate with you. Go ahead and jump in. Number 1. Do I feel like I want to create change and develop new direction in my life, but I always end up falling short at the first sign of resistance and the fear of change? Okay. Number 2. Am I constantly trying to introduce new positive habits in my life and let go of old, negative, useless habits, yet I always feel like I'm falling back to square one? Okay. Number 3. Do I feel like I'm constantly just trying to get to the next future moment, thinking that that's where success lies, without ever really knowing what that success looks like to me? I'm just going to keep looking up here, hoping I find the answer. But the answer is yes to all 3 of those. And the reason I'm asking myself those questions is I find a lot of value in taking the time out of our schedules, out of our busy lives, to question ourselves, question who we are, where our lives are at, in what direction our lives are pointing toward. And in taking some time to reflect with our inner self on our current life status, I think we can find some answers that are lying beneath the surface and find some direction and impulses that can actually help us act and create change in our lives. I really believe that. So I've never really taken the time ever to ask myself questions. Generally, if I had free time, I would fill it up watching Netflix, The Office in particular, or reading fiction, or scrolling through Reddit or Facebook, or anything really designed to just take up my attention, right? Something like external. And lately I've been replacing some of that time, not all of it, because there's nothing wrong with doing those things at all. But lately I've been trying to take about 20 minutes every day, or if I'm busy that week, once or twice a week, and really take some time to just turn off my phone, turn off the TV, and ask myself some difficult questions. And what it's done is it's actually given me the time and the creativity to really brainstorm new plans for changing my life and new plans for catapulting my life in the direction I want to go in. And so I find a lot of value in creating a little bit of time very frequently to just question ourselves and ask ourselves, am I living the life I really envision? Is my life heading in the direction I want it to go in? If it is, how can I sustain that? If it's not, what changes can I make, right? So for this video, I wanted to go through a couple questions that I think are very valuable, and I'm going to actually post them in the comments below. So I have my notebook, and I already can't read my writing, but I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. Question number 1. And I'm going to ask the question as if I'm asking you the question. What was your inner dialogue today? Or if you're asking this question to yourself in the morning, what was your inner dialogue yesterday? What does this question mean? So this is going to help you take inventory on how you're treating yourself with your thoughts and your emotions. It's going to allow you to take a step back at the end of the day and really think back on, how did you treat yourself today? How did you handle stress? How did you handle hearing about other people's success? How did you handle your own success today? I think by asking yourself, what was your inner dialogue today, it helps you become more aware of if you're treating yourself the right way. And if you're not, in becoming more aware of that, you can take steps to give yourself more compassion. Give yourself a freaking break. Give yourself some slack. You're probably doing a lot better in life than you think you are. And if you're doing great in life, then sustain that inner dialogue, sustain that positive thinking that you're giving yourself, right? So, that's question number 1. Question number 2, what does success mean to you? So, question what the success you're striving for means to you and what it actually looks like, and you'll have a much more laser-like focus and clear direction on how to get to where that is if you're not already there. So these neighbors are like, dude, what is this guy talking about? Okay. Number 3, what direction is your life pointed towards, and how do you feel about that? Do you feel like your life is pointed in the direction where you want it to go, and you see a lot of positive things on the horizon? Awesome. Sustain that. If you feel like you see a life that you wish you were living, but your legs are walking in the opposite direction, identify where you're going and identify what steps you can start taking today to realign and shift that direction of your life so that you are pointing in the direction you want to go. By questioning the direction your life is going, you'll become more aware of where you are and what changes you can make to get to where you want to be, or what habits and behaviors you can continue doing to sustain the path you're on. Okay. Number 4, what is today or tomorrow's single most important goal? What single one action can you do to move toward that direction that you want to continue going in or you want to change to? Number 5, are you willing to own your full potential? Number 6, what fears are keeping you from doing what you know you have to do in life? That's a great question, and I think it'll reveal a lot about what fears are driving your actions today. No. That's my neighbor. Somebody must be getting in a fight over there. They're arguing over something. Number 7, they're arguing over which question they're going to ask themselves first. That's what it is. Okay. Number 7, what are the achievements that you're proud of in your life? Can you look back on those achievements you've done and maybe recreate what you did in a current obstacle that's currently in your life? So what achievements are you proud of in your life? And honor yourself for those. A lot of times, we tend to think of the negative things about ourselves. Think about the positive things you've done and see if you can recreate those to overcome current obstacles in your life, right? I just said that twice. All right. Number 8, what advice would you give yourself 3 years ago? I like that one a lot. Number 9, what bad habits can you eliminate from your life? Number 10, what one fear, worry, or anxiety have you been holding on to that you can share with someone this week? There was a particular fear that I've been going through very heavily lately. I just kept circling around it and I just could not get out of it. And I brought it up to a colleague at work a couple days ago. And this individual said that they had been going through the exact same thing, and they provided awesome direction and awesome advice that totally shifted my perspective and put me back in a state of mental control. And while their advice was helpful, I think the mere act of me just sharing it with someone, sharing this fear that I've kept hidden away from the world and voicing it out to someone else, just the act of sharing it with them allowed me to flesh it out of my system, and allowed for massive transformative change for me in an instant. So what's one fear, worry, or anxiety that you can share with the world this week? I promise you, just getting it off your chest will make you feel so much better. It'll be a weight off your shoulders. You'll feel lighter, more clear-headed, relaxed, docile, peaceful. If this is interesting to you, take some time to really just ask yourself some questions. Take a step outside of your normal daily routine and spend a couple moments every day or each week reflecting on your inner genius, and ask yourself the questions that will help you get to where you need to be. Much love, peace. Thank you for watching. I'll be back.